to sending your sons and daughters, giving them socialism in order to fight for capitalism while your life sucks here in America. Make it make any kind of sense. Think if the United States military knows that socialism works, it's proven that it works. You know why? How they know? Because they do it in the United States military right now as we speak. They've been doing it. If you stay watching this, I'm going to explain to you absolutely how by the end of this video, and you're going to know how that is, and you're not going to be able to argue about it. You're just going to have to take, at minimum, a big glass of shut up, or you're going to sit down and have to ponder your whole life, and maybe if you're not too far gone, you can get two brain cells to rub together, and you can move on with your life and say, yeah, maybe America is bad. As Jeff say, as Eminent Prof say, America bad. Maybe it is bad, and maybe we need to change it. Hey, maybe we really need to do actual America first. We live in a country where we're not ruled by Republicans or Democrats or Donald Trump or Barack Obama. We're ruled by a handful of corporations. And these handful of corporations write our policy. It's called ALEC. You don't need ALEC, I believe. ALEC later. But that's a topic for a whole nother day. You don't have to be Alex Jones. You don't have to be a tinfoil hat conspiracy guy. You don't have to be the Y-Files guy. This is all public information. They don't even care. Yeah, the American Legislative Exchange Council, they think you're so stupid. They think you're so stupid that they'll put it right in your face. And you'll say, oh, that's fake news. That's fake news because Johnson told me it was fake news, because Donald Trump told me it was fake news. That's fake news because Chuck Schumer told me it was fake news. Hopefully, maybe one of you out there listen to this right now. It won't break yours. Maybe it'll break through. And you can join us here with the rest of the people with the They Live glasses on, and we can all see.
Got one that can see.
And you don't have to go digging for this. They clown. They play in your face while you starve, while your kids remain dumb because they don't have access to education, while you have to commute an hour both ways to a shitty job that underpays you, if you're lucky, if you're not out here stitching together 3-4 jobs at a time, while you can't afford health care for you and your family, while the United States military has health care, citizens in Israel have health care. Make it make sense. How does that work? Seriously, if you're hating on me right now as a United States Marine Corps veteran, while I tell you these things, then what should make sense in your mind? Everything I've said to you is accurate and correct and true. What you should be thinking is, well, I hate that piece of shit yelling at me through my phone right now or through my computer right now. I hate him. Why did he rate housing, healthcare, education, and me and my kids don't? Why is that? We'll figure it out together right here, right now on the Lumencast. Let's go. Is there anything more socialist than getting free food? Like, this is food stamps. That's what this is. The whole reason this program even exists is because the United States military thought it was shameful that the pay was so low that service members had to go on food stamps to make it. So they just were like, well, let's just do public assistance and call it by a different name. He just tells you exactly what it is. It's so crazy.
I don't usually go grocery shopping, but when I do, the Air Force pays for it.
So Staff Sergeant de Guzman here tells you straight up, look, if you come to the United States Air Force, you sign your life away, your constitutional rights, and you will now get socialism. He's saying straight up. Like, look, the government's going to buy you groceries. It's going to give you money to buy food. There is nothing more socialist than that. You cannot sit here and be a Lee Greenwood fan and God bless the USA and troop worship all day and hate socialism. These things are not compatible. What you need to be asking yourself is, why don't these things apply to me? Why don't I have access to these things as a hardworking American citizen? Let's go to another video. Let's talk. I gave you a little bit about what BAH and BAS were. Let's talk about that.
As a member of the U.S. military, you are entitled to certain benefits that can supplement your monthly income. The Basic Allowance for Housing, or BAH, and the Basic Allowance for Subsistence, or BAS, are two of these programs. While they're separate allowances, you'll often hear them discussed together due to their complementary roles in supporting service members. Curious about how these benefits affect you?
Yeah, it's usually based on the location of your command. So what that means by that is, again, when people say socialism doesn't work, socialism would not work in America. What they're talking about is, it's very easy. The United States government has a matrix of how much it costs for you and your dependents to live at a certain amount of comfort in the United States. All they do is take your zip code and they punch it into an algorithm and it spits out a number, and they take that number and they exchange it into American dollary dues and they put it right into your check in direct deposit into dispersing that you get every 2 weeks. It's as simple as that. We could do that for every citizen in the United States of America right now. Right now, without a doubt.
Based on the Department of Agriculture's Food Cost Index and can be adjusted each year by the percentage that food prices might increase.
It's almost like they got this shit figured out. You're an officer, so you're getting paid more. That means you're going to get less dollars for donuts. You're an enlisted man, you're getting paid less. We're going to give you more dollars for donuts. It's that simple, folks. And we've got the algorithm that figured it out. And way back in the day, this isn't something new. This isn't a new plan that Pete Hegseth is rolling out. This is the United States military for decades now knowing, hey, socialism works. Let's just do socialism for the service members. And now they don't have to worry about how they're going to make ends meet. And now they can carry out the mission. And when I say carry out the mission, you need to think of every single citizen in the United States as that. That's what China does. Every single Chinese person, the way the government thinks of them as soft power, they are a reflection of the society. So if the individual is sleeping on the street, not educated, that looks bad on society. We don't think about it like that. We think of poverty and need as a compelling threat that to somehow get you to obey the rules of society, to get you to punch the clock, to get you to take college classes you don't want and you don't need, but you need them to check a box so maybe you can make 50 cents more on the next performance evaluation at your terrible job that you're already underpaid for.
For the basics, let's address some frequently asked questions about these allowances.
Is this awesome? Yes.
Yes.
This is the kind of stuff I used to calculate for Marines and then send off to dispersing so they could get approved and get it paid. And this is for all you dum-dums that are going to sit here and try to tell me that Medicare for all doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work, but yet TRICARE has been in existence since dinosaurs roamed the earth, and service members have been using it right now, and it doesn't work so well that service members who retire are on TRICARE for life. But that's how much you're telling me that socialized medicine, or if the government took over healthcare. This isn't even, when we're talking about TRICARE, that's not even Medicare for all. That is the NHS, the National Health Service in the UK. All Medicare for all is, again, if y'all haven't been paying attention since, Bernie Sanders ran the first time, all that is you go to your doctor gives you a bill, you take that bill and you give it to Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam pays that bill. That's it. That's all Medicare for all is. Imagine if we expanded this to every single citizen of the United States and how it would free up productivity at work so we could produce more widgets and things so line could go up. Yeah, it would cost a little bit more money in the short term, but then line would go up in long term. And before you say, oh, we don't have the money for that, we've got the money to murder anybody in the world at any time in the world from anywhere in the world. We got money for Hellfire missiles on top of drones. We got money for TRICARE. We got money for Medicare for all. I don't want to hear that shit. You know that's a lie. You know that's a lie that you're thinking in your head, that you're typing in the comments. So don't, you might be dumb, but don't play me like I'm dumb. I lived it. We all see what's going on. You just want somebody to go along with you and believe your shit so it makes you sleep better at night while your kids' teeth are crooked because you can't afford a fucking
For
dick.
families living overseas or in remote areas, TRICARE has plans designed to work in those locations, ensuring access no matter where they are.
Crazy. So you're telling me the United States government would pay for not only have a legion of healthcare providers in their network, they'd be willing to foot the bill if there were no providers in your network to private providers, no matter where you are in the world. No matter where you are in the world, if you're stationed in Japan, you can go see a Japanese dentist if there was no Navy dentist around you. And the United States government would still pick up the bill. Crazy. What gay space communism is this?
For grocery store owners.
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zahran Mamdani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores.
So we pulled in a grocery store owner. John Katzimatidis is here.
Remember what he says.
He's a 33-year-old kid that knows nothing.
Remember this time, what I'm about to show you. I don't want you to remember what this visionary of capital. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It can't be done. Can't be done. And if you're watching this, and you're a military vet or you're in, you already know where I'm going and you're already raging, but you can't get away from it. You can't get away from me because I'm here with the fucking real. You know it. Thank you for the follow. Risa Rude. That's a great name that I can actually pronounce on the stream.
So, of course...
What's your prediction if the government owns and operates grocery stores?
They're going to go broke.
Who's going to go broke?
The government will end up going broke. You're going to end up like Havana.
Okay. We're going to end that right here. I didn't even pre-watch this. I didn't think I'd need I thought I would need the whole 5 minutes, but I don't think it's going to get any better than that. So if the government runs grocery stores, this says that the government will go broke. Wow. What a great take. Let's look at something. Let's look at a crazy place. This must be Havana, Cuba, right? This must be China, right? This must be a crazy socialist place, right? Where is this?
Twice a month.
Oh, Voice of America. These commies over here at the CIA, the Voice of America, these commies, this is fake news, obviously.
U.S. Army Captain Adel Hussein comes to this military supermarket on...
This what? This what? This what? What did she say?
Twice a month, U.S. Army Captain Adel Hussein comes to this military supermarket.
Military supermarket? You mean there's military guys outside guarding it, right? Because Antifa might break in and loot the place, right? That has to be what she's talking about. It can't be a military-run supermarket. It can't be a government-run supermarket because that wouldn't work. We just heard from the fat man say that wouldn't work.
Get on Joint Base Meyer-Henderson Hall in Arlington, Virginia, near Washington. The U.S. military has 236 such stores in the U.S. and on its bases.
But I'm confused. Because this fat fucker right here just told me
going broke, you're going to end up like Havana. You'll end up going broke, you're going to end up like Havana.
Yeah?
I was there. And
one more time.
You're going to go broke.
Because I had to hear
Who's
this
gonna
wrong.
go broke?
My ears must be
we
wrong.
have the highest costs in the country. Highest energy costs, highest transportation costs. And in union costs.
He looks like the comic of like the greedy capitalist, like the half pig guy.
At lower prices. By providing soldiers with familiar food, the military hopes to keep...
Lower prices? Why aren't the prices... There should be announcing new socialist higher prices because this is run by the state.
Their morale high.
We do not profit.
No. What a dirty word. I can't believe this communist, socialist rag, the Voice of America, is sitting here talking to a grocery store manager, talking about how they do not profit and they run it like a co-op. Unbelievable. This cannot stand. Because you can be mad at me all you want, but you need to understand that the government that you pay taxes to out of your labor from the boss that gives you a check that already exploits your labor thinks that you don't deserve this. They think having a dignified life in a dignified existence free from need is only for those who have signed over their constitutional rights. You don't deserve to have a dignified life. No matter how hard you work, no matter how good of a person you are, no matter how patriotic you are, no matter how many times you stand for the flag and at the NFL game that you scrape together change to sit in the 600 nosebleed sections to go watch. They think you're a idiot. And you can get mad at me all you want, but it's not going to change when you lay your head down on the pillow. If something happened to me right now, this channel goes away, doesn't make your life any better. You're still in the Kit Kat with me. Still in a trick bag with me. What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to allow these people to keep stealing your children's birthright? And to keep fucking you over? $3.5 billion went to Israel last year out of your money. Your money. The richest companies on earth, Walmart, McDonald's, whoever you want to think of, that underpays their employees. They show them how to go on public assistance because they know the little bit of money that they give them for exploiting their labor while these international corporations rake in billions is not going to be enough to make ends meet. So they go to that guy who's mad in the comments right now. Go to him and take his tax dollars. So we're a $1 billion corporation. We're not going to pay you a living wage. We depend on the guy who's with a Punisher skull t-shirt on and truck nuts. We depend on him because he works 60, 70 hours a week, roofing, hard labor, construction, plumber, janitor, blue collar, salt of the earth guy. We're depending on him to pay your salary because our profit margins have to go up. They're you every single day, and you don't do anything but get mad at the people who let you know that they're you. What a pathetic, sad existence. You don't have to live like this. You don't. I promise you don't. You can actually get off your knees and stand up and demand better from this country that you will swear up and down is the greatest place to live on earth. But it's got it. The rest of the first day of the rest of your life has to start now. Do it for your kids' sake. Do it for your lineage. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for them. Don't do it. Don't do it for me, some loudmouth on the internet. Do it for them. As we all know by now, both Twitch and YouTube are suppressing left-wing content and left-wing voices. So by hitting that subscribe here on YouTube and following on Twitch, you're helping this channel push through that suppression and making it undeniable to the algorithm. Thank you so much.